All right, everybody. It's good to see you all. And I am joined by a great cast tonight. We have Howler Mouse,
And
Meyer Green. Yes?
My wife's going to be very happy you put me on a Godzilla cover. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, good. Meyer Greenblatt, Gratu Orloff, and special guest star, Steve, I Love Disney and Comics, Paulo Costa, Eric Breen, and Metarog. And we might be joined by Night Tiger. It just remains to be seen. We are joined by a great cast. By the way, we have a few cancellations tonight. Jambo is under the weather. I apologize to Jackson Roy Kirk ahead of time. I know he will miss Jambo. Charlton 66 is out of town with family matters and a few others, but we're ready to go. Did I mention we have Eric Breen and Metarog? I'm just trying to make sure I get everybody. We're joined by Maranya, and I have made her a moderator, so everybody needs to behave when she's around. I think somebody was getting ready to say something very positive about Gil Kane. Gil Kane alarm just about started. I don't know if you guys noticed that. And Metarog's in the chat. Hello, Metarog. There's Michael Taylor. Lead paint. Good to see you. All right. Well, we're going to start off with a bang. We're going to go to Metarog and try to catch him unawares. And be prepared. I Love Disney. We'll go to you next.
All right.
All righty. Well, you're getting kind of a preview of tomorrow's video that I taped today with what's going on tonight, but the focus is going to be different. A couple days ago, I received some editor's proofs from ACG Comics.
Oh, wow.
And these are from Adventures into the Unknown. This is from 161. This is the uncolored, so it didn't unfinished editor's proof, but I have two that were actually colored.
Hang on, Roger. I'm bringing in Captain Strangelife is joining
Cap.
Hey, Cap.
These are two
Hey, how
colored.
you guys doing?
Good. And they are indeed colored. You can tell that they were colored, and on this this is not like a copy of the coloring portion. This is the actual editor's proof that got to the editor. Up here you can see, hard to see, but there's the title of the issue number, and the I think that's either or American Comic Group or Ames. I'm not sure.
Nice.
And here is the other one with the posterior there of Nemesis, front and center at the top. Yeah.
I wonder whose idea that was.
Yeah. I don't know. The penciler on this particular issue is Chick Stone, as I think all of us remember him from the old days.
Yeah, I used to like him.
Yeah.
I'll have to rethink
So
that.
I'm going to show you some of ACG Adventures into the Unknowns here.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
Those are so underrated.
Yeah.
I agree. And a lot of these.
There's a bunch of them, too.
There's the Kurt Schaffenberger covers. Sometimes he goes under Lou Wall.
Right. Yes.
But yeah, that's the what was that? 152. I'm taking this out of order. Here's 150 with a nice pterodactyl cover.
See, I see a pterodactyl cover, and I think Johnny Quest every time. I can't help it.
You know that you're right, Holler. That's right.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I think every pterodactyl cover has to have the volcano in the background.
You got it.
Yeah, it just.
You got it. They go hand in hand. This is interesting because this is actually a birthday book. I was born August 1964, and this is September, but it's actually bi-monthly, so it's August, September 1964, right there.
That looks like the Avon girl from the Avon comics.
Ding dong, Avon comics. This is one of the comics that had the editor's proofs. You see Nemesis here. He appeared from 154 through 171. I'm trying to get all his appearances. I think I'm like 4 away. Here's a dinosaur with Nemesis. And again, this is a Pete Costanza cover on this one.
Nice.
And this is the other issue, 166, that has the 2 colored pages.
Now, did you say where you got these?
eBay. Silver Knight Kyle put me onto this gentleman who went to an estate sale of. It was either the publisher, one of the editors, or something, and he bought out the lot, and there were those proofs and acetates as well.
Yeah, I'm going to defend his costume. If that was like a black and white book, his costume would look like really fantastic. So,
You're right. Here's a nice octopus cover.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Here's one with this not a bad looking villain down there.
So did you buy the complete?
Kind of reminds me of the Dead Man cover, the origin of Dead Man.
Oh, yes.
Yep, right on. That's exactly what it reminded me of. Exactly. Yep. Jay Kafka. I don't know if that's a pseudonym for somebody, but
The Ghost That Lived.
actually the Nemesis is actually just almost an exact origin of the Spectre.
Yeah.
Now, did you buy the whole lot from this guy?
No, he had more, but the others were like romance comics, things like that. I wasn't too interested in. I think this is another.
That hurts.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, that's a
Sorry.
disappointment.
Throw us a
Listen.
bone, Roger.
I got. Okay, I'll send you the link, but they didn't. They were. This I kind of like this cover here.
I do too.
It's very nice.
Yeah,
Good girl.
female She-Devil and
Yeah.
that guy back there with horns.
The devil.
Yeah, he takes on all kinds of goofy caricatures of
I never
villains.
read it. Is it good read? That's a cool one. I love that one.
There some the stories are uneven. Some of them are okay.
It's Two-Face.
Others are downright bad. Others are even worse.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some art here from John Buscema, Johnny Craig. There's even some Ditko.
What number is that one you just showed? The first one.
This one here is 169.
I love that.
Half Gorilla Man, or not half, but transforming, I guess.
You like transform covers too.
I do. You're right. But in this case, I'm just trying to collect the appearances of Nemesis. Now, he went off the covers on issue 167 or so, but he's still in one of the backups.
So is that like a goal for this year to finish it up?
Got it. 100%.
By the way, Jay Kafka is was Kurt Schaffenberger.
It's still Kurt. Okay. Thank you. I kind of suspected, but I wasn't.
And so was Lou Wall, according to
I
the
didn't research it. I didn't want to the last two appearances.
You know that Richard Hughes wrote everything in those comics, but he used about a dozen pseudonyms.
Yeah, Sean O'Shea and all this stuff. Yeah, I know.
he did that to make it look like there were more people working there.
Steve,
Yeah,
if you don't
exactly.
want-
Yeah.
If you don't want to do research, just bring them on here and show it, and all the research will just pop out of the gallery there.
Gotcha. So that's a little preview. If you want to see more in depth of about the superheroes of ACG, watch my video tomorrow evening sometime.
Are we allowed to know how much you paid for the lot?
Yeah, I even say in the video it was less than $5 each shipped.
Okay, nice.
It was dirt cheap.
Nice. I like to hear that. Sorry, my back's killing me.
All right, well done, Metarog. Now we're going to go to Steve. Steve, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Steve, did you see my video today I put out, dude?
Hey, you put out so many videos. I'm not sure which one you're talking about.
It's of Jim and Dan's.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I did. I did
Yeah,
see
we saw
part of
that.
that.
Yep.
All right, so I figured I would go ahead, since not a lot of people watched anyway, and show some of the stuff that I got this past weekend. One of them I got specifically to be on this show. This is crazy with the Flash Gordon cover. Look at that.
When he pulled it out of the bin, he ran over. Mike, I got to show this to Graphic Man. It's perfect for the show.
Excellent.
All right, I'm going to show a big, a tall one here. This is a treasury. So Mike and I found a box of treasuries, and he went through everything in this case. I kind of just went through the treasuries, but this is Christmas with the superheroes.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, I have it. Lovely issue. Yep.
Yeah, great.
That's like the Super Friends superheroes there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and this next book, I only know one other person for sure that has this, and I bought it because they showed it on their channel and said what it was. This is the first appearance of Mr. Ed and Story, and this is from Liberty Magazine from September 18th, 1937.
Oh, wow.
Bub has that, right?
Yep, Bub does. Yep.
Okay.
It's
When you
Mr.
say-
Ed.
He appears in
Mr.
the
Ed.
story. Is it just text?
No, it's actually like 3 or 4 pieces of art,
Okay.
but mostly text, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow, cool
I
find.
appreciate
That's a deep cut there, man. Oof.
This next one, I may have seen on Bub's channel too. I'm not sure, but he likes showing stuff like this. This is a what I consider an innuendo cover, and I had 2 copies of this. I was going to bring myself, but I can't find the good one. This is Hanna-Barbera Yogi Bear.
You couldn't find the other one?
Wow.
I can't. I don't know what I did with it. It's somewhere in the house, but we know this is innuendo mainly because Boo Boo here is looking. He's giving Yogi over here kind of the stink eye, like, "What in the hell are you doing?"
Yeah, that's
All
a
right.
Bub cover for sure. If he doesn't have it, he should.
Interesting technique on that character.
Yeah. Next one I've got here. I didn't even notice it when I had originally picked it up, but this is House of Secrets number 97. And it's got a signature on here. I was thinking maybe Bernie Wrightson, but I think it's, actually, I have no clue who that signature might be. But
We looked it up, and it looks similar to Bernie Wrightson.
But he didn't do the cover.
No.
Oh, he
Jack
didn't? But
Sparling, I
didn't he
think.
do? Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but when
I don't know whose
research,
signature.
though, a picture of that showed up first.
That looks like an L, B-L.
Could it be
Who did
a
the art?
S
Who
or an
Who did the art?
Jack Sparling, I think. Yeah. So that doesn't make sense to me at all why
Who did-
these initials are in here.
I
Who
got
did
some,
the
I got
cover?
some stuff Bernie signed for me. I'll look and see. He pulled a rib on me while he was signing my stuff. So, you know.
All right. Next one I got here is a House of Mystery, number 190. Got the famous kids on here getting in trouble.
Damn kids.
Nice house on the hill. With the
Get off my lawn! Next, we got a Bob Hope, number 105. The checkerboard cover.
Those are great.
Yeah.
It's got Frankenstein on the cover, man. Those are great.
Yep.
It's
And,
got
and
this,
Dracula down there, right?
isn't that
Yep.
the Scooby Doo monster up
Cool.
there?
Yeah, that looks like a ghoul up here, and Frankenstein and Dracula. Yep.
Cool.
And then we got another House of Mystery, number 181. These kids are about to open up
Yeah.
King Tut's tomb.
Yep.
I love that cover.
Probably
Is that
not a
Nick
good
Hardy?
idea.
Who's that tomb cover, Nick Hardy?
I'm not sure, and it doesn't say on the cover, and I didn't write it on here. Next we've got Commandy number 6.
Commandy.
love-
Yes.
Love that issue. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
flower bondage cover. Yep.
Was that Materog?
When did you get that?
Yep.
You beat me to
Commandy.
it, brother. That was nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
I got that at the store we didn't go to, Mike, the one that had the wall of all the awesomeness that we didn't make
Yeah.
it to.
I gotta find that.
Next, I found a copy of Tomb of Dracula number 55 for $6.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah. Skull
psychedelic
and the moon
man.
cover there.
And those books still hold up, man.
Is that a
Wow.
blacklight cover?
No. Next, I've got the Superman book and record set. I paid $5 for this, and it's got the record in there too.
That's a good
Nice
deal.
find.
Very nice.
Euphoric
Neil
comic
Adams
book
did the
feeling.
art on all those.
I'm getting the euphoric comic book feeling.
Next, we've got Tomb of Darkness. Tomb of Darkness number 21. This was a fun story. I did read this one. This was a atomic explosion cover, but it's what
That
would
looks
you
like-
do if you know you had one day left? But
That looks like Gil Kane doing Jack Kirby to me. Is that Gil Kane?
I don't think so. We can't see up the nostrils.
No, I don't think so.
That's not a cane.
It's
no,
not
I
a
don't
Kirby. Whoever's doing, they're trying to mimic Kirby on that.
I've trained you guys well.
Kimosabi.
Next, we got Tomb of Darkness number 10.
Oh, I had that one. That's a fun issue, man.
Steve,
Yeah.
do you have any
Yeah.
doubles of these?
No, probably low grade, but I don't know. Another
trip,
Tomb of Darkness number 19.
Oh,
yeah.
that's great.
Lovely
I don't have
cover.
many of these. These are great covers.
Yeah.
Look at the corner box or circle up there.
Oh yeah.
Those are
And then
sweet.
this is one that I got while Mike and I were running out. I had a delivery, and I showed this on Instagram. This is Giggle Comics number 69.
Oh yeah,
With a
That's a
wow,
nice
that
nice
is
little
beautiful.
piston cover on there.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
showed that around
I like-
Christmas time.
Yeah, man, you got all kinds of tropes going on.
yeah.
Even look at the background with the buildings. That looks like a little bit of horror.
And it's
Yeah,
an
nice
ACG comic.
Yeah,
Nice find, Steve. Nice
that
find.
is.
High marks, sir. High marks.
I think ACG started with the Giggle and Haha.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how they started. 1943, I think they started.
All right. I'll let somebody else go now. Okay.
Okay. Very good. Very good. I recently got to go to a very big garage sale flea market area wide on my birthday over the weekend. And yes, our guest, I Love Disney, shares that. I got there first, though, but he's a tad younger than me. But I'm going to show you some dollar finds, except for this first one. This was $2.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
What year is that?
69.
Oh,
That's
it's,
a
it's, it's
I
Silver
can't
Age?
see it.
Is
I
it
can't
Silver
see
Age?
it.
No, it has a UPC,
Well,
so it has to be
yeah,
bronze.
Oh, that's right.
It reprints tons of
Oh,
stuff.
still
Yeah.
cool.
And it reprints the Jaguar and
Oh yeah, the Mighty
Oh.
Comics guys. Yeah.
yeah,
Wow,
It's 'cause
that
we-
is cool. I've never seen that.
real cool. And
Is
now-
is that a hard book to find? Have you seen
I
it
don't
before?
know. I had it when I was a kid, but I'm glad to get it back.
Oh yeah.
So this is for $1.
That's nice.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice pulp
Nice.
cover art.
Check out how many legs this creature
Colors.
has.
Wow.
Yeah, looks like a tingler.
And this is for $1.
Andre Norton. Oh, yeah.
Great.
First publication anywhere.
Now, 1964 reprint, Superior Comics Police Trap. And like
Super
I said,
Comics. Super Comics.
these, did I say superior?
Yeah.
Super, yeah.
Super Comics.
Super Comics. Yeah.
And this is number 18. And once again, these are $1.
Wow. Great find.
It starts the story. Here's a Wally Wood issue. It starts it with page 2.
Yep.
And no, nothing is missing. According to the Grand Comics database, when they reprint the story from Fox Comics, apparently page 1 was on the inside cover of
Right.
Fox, so they didn't have access to it. So they just start.
Well, it's not that he didn't have access to it. It's that Irving Waldman bought the print shop where the plates were, and he couldn't reprint the covers because that would have been too obvious. So he reprinted the interior with a new cover, and that was on the other plate.
Oh, I love that. I just learned something.
Makes sense. And I wish Charlton 66 could see this for $1.
Oh, yeah.
Now, where was
Lovely.
this at? That you got this?
Wow.
This was the area-wide garage sale
Garage sale.
in Springfield, Missouri. I didn't expect anything there, but I tell you, for $1,
Oh, wow.
That's
Treasure
beautiful.
I thought you'd like it.
Love makes the world go flat. Oh, that's
I love the goatee. Yeah.
that
Yeah,
is so 60s.
I love everything about that cover.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
There's a Strange Adventures.
Oh, nice. I love those giant issues.
Ghosts.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
You're tantalizing the comic book taste buds.
Mhm.
Oh, boy.
That's killer.
Look what he's seeing in that mask.
Mermaids. They're not so beautiful.
No.
Yeah, it's a
Those are-
reflection cover.
Those are
Oh,
sinister
nice.
sirens, to be sure.
Oh, another. Yeah.
Hey, that reminds me of that Tomb of Dracula 55 Steve showed, that moon and that skull on the moon there.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Boy, that garage sale was a treasure trove, Micah.
That's got to be an early UPS or USP,
UPC.
UPC symbol.
Yep.
I know you say that's pretty
I
common.
love that cover. Is that a shrimp cover? I love that cover right there. The anatomy is just so cool.
I don't think it is, Trent. Oh, let you look again.
It's just a great cover.
No, that might be Ron Wilson.
Good.
Okay.
That's probably right. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, man.
$1.
$1. Yes.
Jeez.
Yes.
Talk about no inflation.
And, I'm a gold, silver, and bronze guy, but I had to get a couple of these. I mean,
Yeah, why not?
you
Yeah,
can't
those
turn
are great.
can't turn
Coffin
those
cover. Oh yeah.
down. Now on to some magazines. Here's the British. I collect British stuff too, so
Mm-hmm.
When it's
Those are
$1, I
lovely.
do.
Nice.
I don't know where this bag looks like he got it online somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Micah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
One of the antique malls we were at, they had tons of
Yep.
the British magazines.
Oh, well,
Oh, man.
I should.
That's
Probably
a
you
good
UK put the Hulk in almost every cover they could back in the late 70s because of the
Yeah.
TV show.
TV show, yeah.
Weird World. Let me see. 82.
Right.
Okay.
Those epics you just don't see them very often anymore.
I'm needing 2 issues to have a complete set.
This, I don't see how this made it to my neck of the woods.
Whoa, dang.
Nice.
Oh,
Hello.
That was
Yeah.
a dollar
Look at
bin?
That's
Damn,
$1.
look at that cover.
Wow.
I don't want to tell you what.
I need a cigarette.
Man.
Nice. Those are such cool covers.
They're cool, but I got to tell you, I always passed on that magazine because it would be frustration. I would get to the newsstand and all the creepies and eerie's and Vampirilla would be gone, and that would be the only thing there. So I never bought it.
I remember those days. Yep.
I watched that movie when I was a little kid, and I was like, I don't get it. I didn't get the movie. I mean, what? The aliens show up for a few seconds, and that's it? What the heck? This isn't better than Star Wars.
Now, if you recall, I showed a calendar where my wife had put a bunch of family pictures in and got it printed up real nice. And I told you she put together a book for me. She asked me to design the cover, and it's all of my whimsical posters.
Wow, that is cool.
It
Wow.
is.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Woo!
And it says
Oh, boy.
Graphic Man's whimsical posters.
Wow.
So now this is kind of just for me, but just
Look
a lot
at
of the
that.
stuff I've done.
That is so sweet, dude.
Man.
That is awesome.
That's
The
great.
What a wife. What a wife.
So the before and after.
Yeah.
Micah, did you get extra made?
I have two, one for each of my children. Those the mole people. Sorry, guys.
We get it.
That
I
is
can't,
so
I can't
cool.
afford to,
Yeah.
you know. So anyway, I even got a little wording to tell you all the work I did on that and how long it took me to
Wow.
do. So
My guess is this is going to motivate you for a second book.
it might. So of course I had to have Yogi
Wow.
Bear in there.
Mary Jane.
Anyway, enough of that. But I really like printerpicks.com. Usually have fun making it. So
Printerpicks.com.
PIX.
So cool.
All right. Is anybody in a hurry and needs to go? We have a full crowd, so
A little bit. My wife's gonna be home at 9:30, and
All
she's
right,
been gone
Howler.
for a week. So I mean, jump in there.
If you don't mind, let me go next.
already.
So
Yeah,
basically,
I gotta step out for a second.
Okay, no problem.
I'll be right back.
So basically, I'll be kind of a little quick here without telling the whole story. But Scott Connor, Paolo knows Scott, and all that stuff. We had a friend pass away last year, and his whole family wanted to throw away his 60-year collection, 50 years, 60 years of collecting. And they put it online on the first section after they talked them to their senses, and it made about $37,000, I think. The
Wow.
second one was online. I don't know how much that made, and this was the third one where you had to show up in person. So most of this stuff is from that auction. I spent about $200 total, and I got a Watchman lot. So here's the 1988 art prints that came out, still in kind of in the plastic. So if you're a Watchman fan, this has the French covers, the advertisements, and they're really nice and they're mint inside.
Really cool.
But this was I showed up. I knew our friend's collection. There's 2-3 things I wanted. And one is this 1 in 1,000 slipcase cover of the hardback Watchman that came out in 1988. There's only 1,000 of these made. And there is a few things in here that hasn't been reprinted elsewhere. So with just something very cool for my friend to add to my Watchman collection, which I thought was outstanding. I don't know if you guys have been to the store here recently and stuff, but they finally made a Superpowers figure of Deathstroke.
Nice.
I bought this one. I get the villains anyway, but I got two. This one's damaged cover. I got all snobbish with it. But when I was a kid and we were sitting on the bus and we were talking about characters we wish they would make superpowers, some of us were like Deathstroke. He was the Terminator back then, but Deathstroke, the Terminator, and all that stuff. So when I saw this, I was like, my 10-year-old me was in there like, this is surreal. They did it. This was very cool. This is signed. I was with my buddy when he had this signed back in like 2013 by Marv Wolfman and George Perez. It's the trade paperback of History of the DC Universe. This came out after
Ooh.
Crisis. It was a 2-issue miniseries with a Bill Sienkiewicz cover, and that's
Ooh, never seen that before. Cool.
I
Very
think it's also from 88, 87, hardback trade. George Perez's art is outstanding in this. The guy just did Crisis Crisis on Infinite Earths, and you figured normal person would need a break, and he jumps right into this, and it's amazing stuff. I didn't get this. I found this in a stack. I've had this for like 3 or 4 years and forgot to read it, but Archie Meets the Ramones. And it's really good. I mean, like, it just blows me away how they can mix Archie with all these bands and stuff. So if you're a Ramones fan, you'll catch some of the stuff they did in here that makes it legit. I was really surprised. I met Tommy Ramone in 2010. So
I wonder if the Ramones would ever do the cover of Sugar Sugar, but you never know.
That they should. Got this Amazing Heroes 1984 preview issue, and this is nothing but every comic that was going to come out in 1984, every series in alphabetical order through this thing. This thing is huge, all black and white.
Yep. Yeah, I got that too, Howler. It's cool.
Yeah, it was very cool. Very very.
That's how we got our stuff pre-internet. You know.
Oh yeah. I had Comics Scene if I could find it and stuff like that, and this was a treat if I ran across this at the bookstore. This is part of the collection, Best of Ghost.
Nice.
The Neil Adams, Bernie Wrightson, Mike Kaluta, Wally Wood stuff, all collected in your DC Blue Digest.
Cool.
And I shoot pool. I'm a big pool lover. I'm a little bit of a shark.
Go ahead, Howler. I had to bring Night Tiger back in. He fell off the planet.
And,
you remember? Hold on. You remember being in the checkout line with your mom and you saw those up on the rack, those digests?
Okay. So I don't know if y'all remember, but I was on here and I was like, hey man, I need to get more King comics, because somewhere weeks and weeks ago I showed some of my Flash Gordon King comics. Well, my buddy Gary had some, so we have some
cool.
Prince Valiant King comics with a Flash Gordon backup. More King comics with Flash Gordon.
Nice.
I mean,
those
Flash
are cool
Gordon's
covers.
been one of my favorites since I was 6 years old, 5 or 6 years old. And then it continued into Charlton, and as everybody here knows, they kept the numbering. No matter where the license went with which company, they kept the same numbering going. So I got a bunch of the Charlton ones also, Fighting the Mudmen.
Oh wow!
I just love these, man. Then the Locust Men, because Flash Gordon got in trouble in the 70s because they thought they were teaching evolution with the way all the creatures were, And then we go to Whitman and Gold Key. And when I was showing these on my channel, I tried to look it up. The chat didn't pop back up, but I got a little educated by the people that watch me and stuff. They let me know that a lot of these you could only find in 3-packs. I love these Whitman covers, which I kind of knew, but I didn't, because they still have a price tag. It kind of confused me.
Mm-hmm.
So these are fantastic.
Yes.
A little Ming the Merciless there on that cover.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And some of these I had as a kid. I definitely had this one when I was a kid. Moving along with these. Absolutely love these. I couldn't find it. Jim Morrison inspired, where we're riding the snake.
Oh, man. Beautiful.
Oh, I'm keeping the glare off of there. Fantastic stuff. Got some kaiju going on there. If you can see them flying around in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the one where I really love when people interact on YouTube and stuff, because I knew this was scarce, but I didn't know the history behind it. So this is not only a shark cover, Flash Gordon number 30, but it's also a price variant. Okay, it should have been 50 cents, but it's a 40-cent one.
Okay.
And then also you could only get this in a 3-pack. This was not on any stand. So you have this, and then you had the 3 or 4 issues, the 3 issues that did the Flash Gordon movie adaptation. Those are the ones of the Whitman books that are, your money a little bit there.
Right. I got to check my copy to see if that's the variant too.
Yeah, I'm going to do some research. The people that give me feedback, I know them because they comment so much of stuff and they know their stuff. So I feel like the guy's definitely right on, or at least in the ballpark. I mean, I had this one as a kid. That cover I just thought was the coolest thing. And then of course, I had these. I was so let down when they went cartoony.
Sure.
I have several copies of these. Plus, I also have the trade that they made of this, where they collected it. This was my Empire Strikes Back in the day. This was it. This is the one where I walked the railroad tracks and snuck out on a Sunday with one of my buddies, and we snuck and watched it the matinee.
Nice.
How many are there in the movie series? Is it 3 or 4 or what?
I think it's 3 because there's 2 here, so I'm pretty sure it's 3 of them.
Okay.
And they're by Al Williamson. So the artwork is spectacular inside of them.
Yeah.
And then Scooby-Doo Eyes. This is my second copy of this Mandrick the Dimension Magician.
Oh yeah.
I have a buddy. He collects anything with these eyes on them on any comic, and he calls them Scooby-Doo Eyes. And I'm like, of course they are. I got to do a little research on this because apparently my buddy Gary loved these, where he even put the artist on there.
McWilliams.
Yeah. So it turns out I have 2, 3, and 4 of the Buck Rogers in the 25th century. And I had these as a kid. These came in a 3-pack, no doubt in my mind. I'm remembering right. And I love the TV show. Little did I know when I would watch it 20 years later on the Sci-Fi Channel that I was like, wow, that my imagination really stuff.
Yeah.
I liked it too back then.
But number 1 came out in the 60s, apparently. So you could just get 2, 3, and 4, and number 1 came out in the 60s. And if I'm all right on time, I'm just got a little bit more here. And I'll shut up. But little Marvel Saga. In 7th grade, I got in trouble for talking in my math class, and I was reading Marvel Saga. And we had been warned by the math teacher that anybody who talked had to do, what was it, a 12 or a 20-page paper? No joke. You had to give her a page a day. So, she got her. I remember what happened. It was 12 pages. So I did my 12 pages. And then she was so enthralled with the Marvel Universe, where I was ripping these books off during lunch. I'd write my page a day using Marvel Saga, that all of a sudden she claimed I was talking again when I wasn't. And I had to do 8 more pages. So it became like 20 pages. I was like, I wasn't talking. What are you going to do it anyway for arguing? No joke. 1998, 7 years after I graduated, I run into that teacher in a freaking bar. No joke. Good Time Charlie's. And I asked her about it. And she was like, well, I was just so enthralled with what you were writing. I wanted more. So she admitted that she lied. So I would tell her more about superheroes,
Nice.
Cool story.
2 sets of these. This may be my 3rd set. I know I have these, but there's only 3 issues of this Masterwork series from 83, and the other one was Bernie Wrightson. So they did the Shining Knight Frank Frazetta stuff, I think, from the 50s. And then this is like my 2nd or 3rd set of these, which I will buy these all day long. I'm just going to have to admit this may be my most favorite movie ever. Behind it's not the Omega Man, the Last Man on Earth, but Blade Runner.
Great movie.
Okay.
Yeah, so these are the 2 issues that were like on newsstands. These are, of course, direct market ones. So I got a mix of those. And this is the Marvel Super Special that is comic book size that nobody knows. Jared Osborne, who worked at the Marvel bullpen in the 90s, even he tried to find out. He asked around, why was this Marvel Super Special with the Jim Steranko cover the same size as a comic when all the other issues of Marvel Super Special were magazine size? Nobody knows. Yep. So that's a Jim Starlin cover with Blade Runner.
Wow.
I got that one too. I love that book.
Great. Oh, absolutely. I got to talk to oh my God, why am I going blank, man? Arthur Pseudonym at Heroes Con. I had him sign some Epic magazines or something for me, and he flipped through them, found the ad for the Blade Runner comic by Al Williamson, And he started asking me questions about Al Williamson, and I'm sitting here with other author pseudonym explaining Al Williamson to him, even though he's a fan. Then I had to explain Blade Runner to him. It was very cool. It was very cool, you know. Then I had to back up and get this. This is one of the books that disappeared from my collection. I may have sold it to my brother back in the day, but if you're a fan of Secret Wars, this is a secret chapter of Secret Wars, and it fits in between panels. Okay.
Yeah. Untold story. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I bought it, this guy said it was pure mint and UPC, and then when I get it, that corner is a little bit damaged, and I'm like, well, you know, that's the chance you take, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait to get into these because our guy Gary was like Mr. Pop Culture, Mr. Loved movies. He watched every version of the Scarlet Pimpernel or whatever they called the movie and all that stuff. He was that guy, you know. The King, Prince, I don't know, all these classic movies and stuff that were in Technicolor that he schooled everybody, you know what I'm saying? So he also had some memorabilia for retro future sci-fi, you know, things like this. Rewind magazine. I've never even heard of this magazine. I was very excited to see this one. I know this one,
cool.
This classic stuff.
Oh, that is cool.
Fantastic Films. Never heard of this book. Juxtapose, I guess. But you've got to savor this cover.
Wow.
It reminds me of Basil Wolverton. Yeah.
That's an artist named Skinner. It's a local artist here in Oakland. His name is Skinner. And that's a San Francisco art magazine, really. That's where it comes from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Number 150, whatever it is, but it reminds me of Basil Wolverton a little bit. Basil Wolverton.
He's very talented. I have some of his posters. Great artist.
Oh, that's fantastic. Cool. And then this was in there, but this is signed by Jerry Ordway. Modern Masters Volume 13, where it's all about Jerry Ordway and it interviews him and everything. And it was signed by Jerry Ordway. I've got one or two things signed by him, but this was very cool to find. So yeah, some great stuff. So I got some of my friend stuff, and I got like a whole other half short box I'm going to save for another show with you guys. So, and then the last two things I'll show. I found these on clearance at Walmart. This is from Back to the Future 2, our DeLorean, but it's got the Mr. Fusion, you know, so he can travel without having to like get lightning bolts from clock towers. And then everybody should have one of these in their house in any kind of version that you can have.
I agree.
Yeah, this is the 66 Batmobile. That should be mandatory for every comic book room ever. And that's it. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Great
All
stuff.
right. Night Tiger wanted to go next before he falls off the planet again. And
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, I sure can. And if
Has
anybody
there been a
needs
breening yet?
No.
maybe now.
Ah.
Let me see if this.
Are we all
You
going
and
to
Steve
pull out
picked
our
that up at the
Canadian
same time.
All right, let's get it rolling here.
Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis.
And his mummy.
And Morticia, apparently.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Crystal ball.
She had plastic surgery.
Yeah.
I'm glad they
and
enforced
then
those weight limitations on those stewardesses.
Yeah, I was so happy when I found that a couple years ago. Finally,
More
in the
Seymour.
box. Yeah.
More Seymour.
Oh, wait a minute.
Feed me. Feed me.
I'll show you when you're done, but I finally bought the DVD of that.
Who's that? Who's doing Feed Me? Do it again.
Feed me.
Is that Roger?
That's me. Yeah, that was me.
He's got his tennis shoe.
Yeah.
That's a leg decapitation cover. I found this. It's like a 9A candidate for $1. I was so happy. My wife goes, honey, and I'm like, I'm good.
Ooh, that's nice.
Oh,
I
yeah.
found two
That's
of these
great.
for $1.
Wow.
I never
The first
would've thought
appearance.
Adam Strange and Elvira would be on the same cover.
And look, he's turning his head. His girlfriend ain't gonna be too happy about that. Look,
Yeah,
he's got a
Alana's
little-
gonna slap him silly.
Yeah. And it's not even a real it's piece of
A
metal.
robot, right? Yeah.
Jerry Lewis.
Man, classic monster covers are killing me. No pun intended.
Monsters on the growl. I mean the prowl. Diablo. Diablo, mi amigo.
Oh, we got to talk, Mike.
Did you get? I thought you gave this to me. No,
No, I didn't. No, I'm looking
Maybe
for
it
that
was-
one too. Yeah.
maybe it was.
That's a
Caroline.
beautiful cover. I love that.
Oh yeah, it says "Lady Fantastic." A-OK.
Ah. I wouldn't have given that one up, Mike.
That's why I write that on there so I don't give away books people gifted me. Boomba, boomba. What is he? Granite? Is he a granite monster?
Probably.
The
Krogar.
creature from Krogar. Is he from the supermarket?
Kroger.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Or is hell? Hell, I tell you, it's hell. Okay, here we go. Charlton Romance.
Yep.
Oh. Oh.
He's got his bell bottoms on, his little sport coat there.
Got the mini skirt. Yeah.
Out under the moonlight. They just drove out to have one kiss under the elm tree.
Sure, they did.
I got a tear, Mike.
Got a
We're
tear.
here. Cry me a river now.
Teenage tornado.
Good.
I find these for 15 sometimes in nice shape at the comic shop. I think, it's a little much, I'll pay it. And then I go online and I see it. And it's like $40, $50 book. I got a few more.
Yeah, they bring Captain Strike back in. Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Modeling with Millie. I wonder what that. Have you ever read this? It's like two girlfriends talking between. They're both models. They're in their dressing room. It's the conversation they're having about this guy they're gonna meet tonight, and I think he's the one. It's really corny, but it's so funny. It's like so
It was
fun.
marketed to girls, Mike. So,
Yeah, but I'm saying, have you ever read it? It's a fun book. I mean, just for
It
what
is.
it is.
I've read it.
Yeah, I love when 40-year-old men think they know how teenagers talk. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
exactly.
Actually, I have a video I want to produce this year where I have an issue from the Golden Age, a Western romance, and they write letters in, and I'm reading those and thinking this cannot be a real person. And so I want to do a video and I want to ask you guys yay or nay, and I'll do my vote because some of them are just so off the wall.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
That's a great idea, Mike. I think that's great.
This is a Lady
watched it.
Fantastic. Give a A-OK.
Cool Harvey.
And another Lady Fantastic.
Oh man.
So you have a thrill adventure.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's from their
Okay.
thriller line from back then.
Modern book. Sorry, guys.
Oh, my eyes.
Gargoyles.
That was a good cartoon,
Man,
I
know
found
people
the-
yeah.
I found the whole run in a dollar bin except for number 1.
Is it modern if it's from 28 years ago?
Yes.
If it's
Here it
after
is.
if it's after 90, it's modern to me.
Yep.
And I'm giving it leeway because it's really 88. Look at this junior chemistry set.
Ooh. Wow.
There's a guy on YouTube did a video about the toys of the 50 and how dangerous they were, and he does a whole segment on the chemistry set. It's a pretty good. You need to watch that.
Mhm.
Ghost number 13,
Great.
Ooh.
Marmaduke.
Those kids.
That's the
It's the
thing,
Sandman.
thing cover.
That's the doo-doo monster. He's pulling into doo-doo.
Mm.
Who does this cover? I couldn't think. Is
that
it
right,
Jim
then?
Aparo? Is it? It
I
may
don't
be.
know.
I think it is right, son.
It looks
I think
right. It looks
is
right
to
to
me.
us to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about another modern?
Oh yeah.
That series
that an
would've been
amalgam?
so good. Yeah, that series
Yep.
would have been like perfect if they didn't do the stupid vote.
Yeah.
The mini skirt, witch or something.
Yeah. Witch or something.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Meat Angel.
Angel and the Ape, yeah.
Oh God, who drew those? Who wrote and drew those?
Bob Oxker's the
Thank you.
Oxer is the art.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
that was
House
killing
View.
me.
Oh yeah, War as Hell. Yeah, those are new stories there at that point. That is a trip cover there, by the way, Mike.
Yeah, that's that cover has much more impact after you show an angel and an ape, and then you go straight to War as Hell.
Right.
You know?
Roger, I recently just read number 9. I was blown away by the art in number 9. It is just so gorgeous.
If you don't have Plug on your Facebook page, you need to get him. He's showing recreations of those covers and original art.
Roger, don't say it.
Okay.
You need this one.
I do.
I love that.
I saw
get
someone
that
just find number 1 in the dollar bin.
Killing me. I need 1 and 2.
I couldn't get the guy down on this from $10, so I went ahead and paid it. And I really haggled hard on it. I'm like, I didn't want to pay $10. But I'm realizing, and it's a newsstand, how hard this book is to actually get in a newsstand from 93. A few more. Damn kids.
And those witching hour covers are so good.
You are judged by a jury of your peers.
Yeah, I somehow got a feeling he's not going to get off on that.
You have first appearance alert. First appearance alert. First appearance of Ghost Rider Lincoln Slade, the brother of Carter Slade.
Huh. I didn't
Back
know that one.
from the dead. Back from the dead, people. This is a good one. I haven't read it yet. Ah!
Jeez.
Hey, making this show watchable. Okay.
Now, Michael, a lot of the viewers are old like us, so that might have.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, they didn't hear it.
Here, you know?
Yeah, then I would have to take over the show.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Who did the cover?
GK alert.
I think he likes that one a little too much.
Not enough nose.
68 big pages. These are bigger than the normal comic book pages of the time. Not. How can they be 68 big pages? Roger, they're the same size as all the other
They're the
comics.
same size, yeah. Some of them were 52, the giant size. That's why maybe.
Now the width, but not the. Okay, and 2 more, and we are done.
Oh wow! Yeah. What'd you pay for that?
50 cents.
What?
What?
Deal.
It was a half off sale. It was $1, but it was a half off sale.
The front covers.
This one I
which
got
were
is an
designed-
AOK from Mark Spector Comics, or in a trade actually.
Oh, nice. Betty nice.
I just watched a video on that one comic that where Nick Fury is embezzling money from Shield. Have you heard of that, Roger?
No, I haven't.
It was like a one shot. It was from the 90s, and then they were saying that Stan just he told everyone that comic never existed because it got past him. Where Nick Fury was embezzling money from Shield to pay for some kind of drug he needed to stay young or something.
Oh, the
like
Infinity
that.
Formula. Yeah.
I have it. It's just like a one shot, but yeah, I just watched the video. I never knew about it. I looked at it the other day.
No, but there was a Fury of Shield one shot in
One shot, I
1994.
think. Yeah.
Oh, there was. Okay, all right. Because he did
The
take
Fury
the
or
Infinity Formula
something.
Marvel Spotlight. I know that.
Yeah, maybe that is the one where he's like jumping out of the plane, like skydiving.
Maybe.
No,
Yep.
I don't know. Anyways, I thought it was interesting. I haven't read it yet. I wondered if you heard about it.
We have breaking news. It has been confirmed that Dolly Parton was the secret producer on the Buffy the Vampire Slayer show, and I'm not being funny. And like in the
What?
last came
That's
in.
cool.
Breaking news.
Breaking news:
Wow.
Dolly Parton is responsible for.
I
Buffy the
would
Vampire
watch
Slayer.
it because I think she's talented. Dolly Parton.
Well, Mike, I better get going. I think the wife needs the Wi-Fi.
Okay, sir.
I'll be
Good
watching
to
on
see
my
you.
phone.
Good to see you, man. I'm going to see.
See you,
Take
Mike.
care,
Likewise.
man.
Take care, guys.
See you, Roger.
I'll see the rest of the show.
We're going to
Take
go
care,
to Apollo.
Roger.
Apollo has some slides for us, and then we'll go to Captain Strangelove. He may need to go soon. Whoa.
Okay, so
There it is.
I got to go also.
Okay, Michael.
All
See
right.
ya.
Yeah, we'll
So I
see you,
appreciate
Mike. Take
everybody.
care.
See you, Mike.
Later.
Take care. All right.
Bye.
So these are for you, Steve. Italian special editions of Disney comics.
Sweet.
Yeah, and most of these are a few of these that I'm going to show were published by the regular publisher of Disney comics at the time, Mondadori. But most of these are actually book collections from book publishers in Italy, or they came out in other magazines that had nothing to do with comics or part of some special collections. That's how important Disney comics are in Italy. This one is from a series where all of the Disney characters are playing either historical characters or legends, and it's sort of an anthology. Although a lot of this has art by Giambattista Carpi. This is issue number 2. Issue number 3.
Well, I like that one.
Yeah, and issue number 4. This came out in 1987-88. There were a lot of movie adaptations that the Italians put out. Most of these use the old Whitman comics. This one is White Fang, Bambi, Snow White.
There was
From
a
the
butterfly and Bambi's tralala. Look at
They're from
that.
the late 60s, I think. This is Ariel, the Little Mermaid. This is from the 90s. I think it's already Panini.
Look at that.
And Cinderella. Yep. Still also going back to Mondadori. This is also late 60s. The Black Hole from 1980.
Ooh.
This is and the next two are modern, so they came out about 20 years.
I saw those movies. I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah, this is Frozen. There's
Yeah.
the series is called Disney Graphic Novel, and but it comes out occasionally. This is Volume 1 with Frozen, and this is Volume 3 with Mulan.
Cool.
They're not very expensive. I think these are 100 pages in their €4.50, so they're $105. And this is a Gargoyle story. This is not a reprint of any of the Marvel stories. This was made in Italy, and it's a one shot from around 1996. And Super Zorro. This uses the cover made in France. That's why it has the Hachette logo. But the stories are from multiple provenances, and there's even Alex Toth inside. And Laurea ad honorem. It's a special edition about the history of universities in Italy. So yeah, there's a lot of these. And okay, special edition with Donald's birthday. Can't remember exactly which year this came out. And yeah, a bunch of stories in there. I think this had about 200 pages.
Wow.
This one was came out in some magazine, Paper Motori. And the last one for now, I will have more later. An entire special edition. So this is from Planeta di Agostini, which means it came out as a newspaper associated sales collection, all dedicated to Donald Duck's car. And I will return later. I have some more.
Great stuff. I don't know if you guys are Don Rosa fans. I am. He did a great Donald story highlighting the license plate 313. Very brilliant. That's all I'll say right now. Well, Captain, we need to go to you probably.
Yeah, I got some stuff here. We're talking about some of the British comics. I got a bunch of those too. The Teen Titans.
Wow.
I think a lot of these were they had not the Teen Titans, the Titans, and they had
Yeah,
using
the
Marvel
yeah,
characters.
Yeah, Titans was a Marvel UK title. There was also a Titans in France, which was also for Marvel Comics.
Yeah, and some of these had actually some new, not new stories, but new text. I think with some new art. Not this one doesn't. Some of the inside covers had some different artwork with new text in it, introducing the story. And then some of them also had.
That was pretty normal because
posters.
since most of those comics in the UK were weekly or bi-weekly, they would break them up into parts, usually
Yes.
3 to 7 pages, and they would always have a new splash page for the second and third part.
Yeah.
What I like about these is the way that they printed them.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to see it like this. It's pretty nice. I mean, it's not in color, but add in the back for Frosties. Let's see what else we got here. There's. Oh, I think this one might have the poster in it. This is the Titans number 36. Yeah. Ron Wilson did the pencils in here. Let me see if this has the poster in it. Probably doesn't. No. No, it doesn't have. I don't know. I don't think this is the poster. But, look at the spread. Wow. You could always make a blacklight poster out of this. This. Gee. I'm trying to find some of these that got the original posters in them because I don't know, man. Well, Joe sent it on the inks. I don't know who did the artwork, but number 21. It's number 29. Look, Rich Buckler and a pencil.
That may be Ron Wilson art because he did a lot of UK covers back in the 70s.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of surprising.
Larry Lieber was editor-in-chief at the time for Marvel UK.
He even did some of the art in some of these, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That nice. It's a nice cover. What the hell? Oh, all right, here. I'm trying to find the poster here. I think this one has, this. I believe this has the poster in it. I think. Oh shit! I can't take it out though. Oh man. This came with a new poster. I wish I could take it out, but I can't.
Wow, that is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't. Let me see. Yeah, they stapled it in there, man. Unbelievable. So I can't open it up. But what did I do? I think what I did was I made a smaller copy of this. Just yeah. This is how it would look if I took the poster out. It's pretty cool. And
So
I
do
think
all those have a poster, or just a couple of them in the series?
no,
Do
they
you know?
didn't all have posters in them like that, but a few of them did. But I think Marvel might have reprinted that poster. Some people might have it. And they were doing all these posters back in the 80s. Oh, there's another one with, but this is missing the poster. Same thing. I love the artwork in here, the way that it's presented. In a horizontal style instead of the
Yeah.
normal vertical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really cool.
Then we got some Spider-Man. $183. Spider-Man with the Molten Man. Another Molten Man. Remember that?
Those scams.
I'm just gonna try to go through this and see if I got any more posters. Oh, this is pretty nice.
Sweet.
Death of Gwen Stacy. What the hell? There's a Dracula Lives.
I got a couple of those. Those are cool.
Another Titans. Where did I buy this? My comic shop. Must have been quite a while ago because I got these pretty cheap. Well, here's what is this? I was gonna say here's something I didn't even open yet. Oh man. And look at the ad in the back, man, for Frosties. It's British ad. So cool, man. I love this stuff. And this one has the poster, which I can't take out. Let's see what it looks like. Can't even open it. It's in here. I can't even open it, but it's too bad. Anyway. What are these? Titans. This is number 5. And then this is number 4.
Sweet.
I got a number 1 somewhere, but I don't know where the hell it is. Shit. And that's it for these British magazines. I got some other comics, but I'll show those. Oh, hey, this is what I'm getting. This is what I'm doing for my movie poster room. If I individually frame these Mexican lobby cards. It'll take up a
Wow.
lot of space, so I think I can double them up in some of these larger.
Cool.
That's
games
awesome.
I
I
get
like
from,
that.
Walmart. Pretty cheap, man. Pretty inexpensive. There's another way you can. There's another smaller one, but doubling them up is a good way to save space on the wall.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for right now.
Okay. Well, we thank you guys for being patient. Meyer and then Gratu, if we want to go ahead.
Hey, what's up, guys? Let's see. With Steve here joining us tonight. You know, Steve loves Disney. So I pulled a couple Disney toys down.
Wow.
This was made by Marx. So Marx Toys in the early 60s made all of the Disney characters in these bendy figures. Now, all the figures have these kind of big shoes. Not just Geppetto had these shoes. They all had these shoes to help them stand because the figures themselves are light and are made of wire, and they're bendable.
That's cool. I like that.
This particular Geppetto is voiced by Tom Hanks. Obey, consume,
Oh, boy.
obey.
Did you see that movie?
No, I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched it.
I didn't really care for that one.
These are some more Disney Marx toys that came out a little bit later than that first one we looked at. These are from the later 60s. And mostly I always saw these in the souvenir shop at Disneyland. That's where these came from. And
They look like they came out of one of those mold machines where you make your own molds.
you know, they're similar to the Moldorama, except these are heavier, and they have this distinctive smell that makes them smell a little bit like crayons. And I think that's the I think I learned that from Michael Dodd, that it's the petroleum that they used in the coloring in the plastic. So and these are really common and really inexpensive. You can find these for like under $10 a piece. They made a bunch of them and sold a bunch of them, but even to this day, they all have a distinctive oil like petroleum type smell, like old crayons. Here's a Donald. And then now I'm gonna flex on you guys. I got a bunch of keys to show you guys. I just got nothing but keys.
Uh-oh.
I knew he was going to do something like that.
They're Amtrak keys. Because I want to let you guys know that when I ride Amtrak, I ride up front with the engineer and the big guy.
Yeah.
So I got all the Amtrak keys. And then now let's just look at some books that I pulled down off the shelf.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Kazar. And then here, doing these Kazar. And boom, there you go. Look at that high thigh kick. All right. This was the first of this going on here.
There you go.
So this was the first of this title, Astonishing Tales, that I ever bought off the stands, right? And as I've talked before, you know, at this time, I was relying on comics at the magazine stand at Safeway. So you never know what was going to be there from week to week. So this was the only Deathlock comic I saw for like 5 years or so. And so all I read was this first story, and I thought it was really awesome. And then I was never able to read anything after that, like for multiple years. This is a really cool Adam and Hawkman cover. Right? Joe Kubert. This is the instruction booklet to my Aurora Hulk model.
Oh,
Like
wow.
that.
That's
It's the
neat.
Herb Trimp art on the inside. This is a really great book that I recommend you guys pick up out there. You can probably find it on my comic shop, called A Vast Knowledge of General Subjects. And it's very interesting. This book was compiled the guy that made this used to work at a retirement village, and he was, I believe, like an activities director at this retirement village with senior citizens. And one of his patients there, one of the people that went to his classes, was this like 80-year-old man that wrote poetry, and I think that's his name right there, Ernest Noyes Brookings. So his poetry is really profound and really, really good. And so this guy got the idea to compile and make it into an independent, like, underground comic book. And each poem is illustrated by different underground comic artists. Very good. Highly recommend it.
Very interesting.
Let's just close out with a couple. This was my early Avengers collection. So this was the first early Avengers that I got out of a quarter bin when I was in 8th grade at the first local comic shop we had.
Sweet.
And I thought I, came across a gold nugget when I found this. I was like, wow. But it's in like, good condition. So it wasn't really
Isn't that the first appearance of that Dr. Rhodes?
What's that?
Isn't that the first appearance of Dr. Rhodes? Bill Rhodes or
Bill Foster.
Bill Foster?
Yeah, Bill Foster,
He later becomes, I think, Giant Man or Goliath, right?
He does. Yeah, he does. You're right. Bill Foster. He's the lab assistant in that story. So yeah, when these were for me, it felt like these were really difficult to come by as a kid. So whenever I would come across this old stuff that had only been, it was only at the time like 10 years old or less, it seemed like such a big deal to me at the time. Even if I was only paying a quarter, like this book that I paid a quarter for because it's so beat up. But at the time, then it turned out that it's like a big deal book or something.
Yeah.
That's, let me just, a couple toys at the end.
All right.
You guys remember this G.I. Joe shark? You guys had this G.I. Joe shark? Raise your hand, right? If you're in the audience. So this was the greatest of shark toys that came with the G.I. Joe set. He's like, he's sealed. So he's still got the air from 1967 inside of him. And what's great about this shark is that, like, when I was a kid and had this shark, we had a swimming pool, and you could take this shark to the bottom of the deep end and put it in the bottom, and he won't just fly up like a normal toy or something. This shark was designed to be aquadynamic. So when he goes up in the pool, he goes up like this in like a circular fashion.
Twists around.
Yeah, he spins around. He goes up slower and goes up like that.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I got this here for Micah to show Micah because I know he liked this stuff. This is a stagecoach that was produced by Processed Plastics in like late 70s, early 80s. You can probably find it if you just search Processed Plastic Stagecoach. Pretty inexpensive, easy to find, but really fun little piece, really cool. And it's about the size of your typical cowboys and Indians, maybe a little bit bigger.
Looks cool.
And I guess, that's it. We're good, man. I showed a bunch of stuff, right?
Yeah, that was great. All right. Doing good. Let's go to Gratu. Hello, sir.
Hey. Well, I was filing away Dell and Gold Key, so I have that handy. Always like this.
Oh, yeah.
It's great. Can you sing that theme song for us? That theme song? Mighty Hercules?
Well, that's the theme song is Johnny Nash, who later, 10 years later, would do I Can See Clearly Now the Rain Is Gone. It's the same guy, so let's see. Speaking of music, we were looking at Archie and the Ramones earlier, and I can confirm the story from a friend of mine that directed a video, one of the Ramones videos. He was good friends with Johnny Ramone, and Johnny Ramone was a collector of World War II memorabilia, specifically German stuff, and so he was always talking about that stuff. And so he was talking to Debbie Harry and Chris Stein about Hitler's dog Blondie, and that's where they got the name for their band. It's named after Hitler's dog. It's not named after the comic strip. So That is a confirmed fact.
That's a cool story. I like that.
Yeah. So it gives you a little bit more of an evil twist when you think of the band Blondie. Let's see.
Was that Debbie Harry's idea?
Maybe her and Chris Stein. They just liked the name, and they thought,
Yeah.
Everyone just thought, oh, it's because she has blonde hair.
Yeah.
So, but it's a little secret they kept to themselves.
Elvin.
Great cover.
Yeah, I don't have all of them. I need to. I don't know. What am I saying? I'll never get all of them. Even though there's only a few of them. It's really things aren't good. Financially things aren't good. So it's just being silly to think that I'm going to. I just need to be happy with what I've got because honestly, the more I watch fellow collectors on YouTube, the more it just depresses me. Not you guys, but the people that buy these slabbed books and they're never going to see the inside of the books. They're just covers that they put on the wall, and they don't really know much about them, but it's all right. It's just like the name of a dog food, I think. Neutro. Let's see. What else I got here? That's a good cover.
That's a great cover.
Yeah. I guess this is an original Gold Key title. I don't think it's based on any TV show that I know of. Is there a TV show, Judge Colt? Let's see if there's any. No, it's just copyright Western publication. There never was a. Looks like it would have been a TV show, but I don't know. What do I know? Same thing with this. This is just a Gold Key creation, not based on any intellectual property. It's just their attempt to do an unauthorized James Bond. Well, not unauthorized. I mean, it's just a James Bond style thing.
I know a guy who works in a bakery. A friend of mine. His name is John Steele.
Oh, really? Well, there's a guy that's supposed to come look at the roof in the garage named John Ford, but he's not that John Ford. That John Ford probably would have shown up. John
Tell me you got a leak in there now.
Yeah, there's some leaking from the garage when it rains really hard, but yeah. Let's see. Let's see what else I can find here. Oh, let's see. In honor of Lisa Loring, not that this is based on the live action TV show. This is the Saturday morning cartoon version of
Left in the Lurch.
Yeah, that's great. It's a great cover.
Yeah, that is.
And I love that original episode where it's like the whole episode is just Wednesday and Lurch. Remember that? She teaches him how to dance or something?
Yeah.
I remember that one, yeah.
I put a pin up on Instagram of her dancing and teaching Lurch how to dance.
Yeah, it was great.
I sent Micah that pin.
Yeah, he sent me on my phone. I'm glad my old phone can handle that. He sent me a phone of Wednesday dancing with Lurch.
Oh, you can delete it though.
Let's see. This is the first comic I ever owned. This is not that copy, but it's a that didn't survive, but this is the first comic I ever owned. Choo Choo Charlie.
Choo Choo Charlie and Good and Plenty.
Yeah, the Good and Plenty candy TV ads. And this is another copy. Yeah, I just was really into trains, and this was, let's see. 1969, so I was 4. So yeah, I don't know. I've got a bunch of comics with this from this Corbin collection. See, the kid wrote his name Corbin. Got a bunch of them. There's the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh, those are
Nice.
expensive, man.
Is it?
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I got almost all of them except the creature. That thing is so expensive. It's ridiculous.
What does it go for?
I don't know, $100.
Really?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of crazy, but that's Adele, right? What you had?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
There's
all of these,
another
the
companion
Frankenstein
yeah.
to it.
one.
Wow.
I like that.
There we go.
Yeah.
And then this is the great Tony Tallarico.
Oh yeah.
You complain
My
about Gil
favorite artist,
Kane.
man.
Come on, look at this guy.
Yeah,
Look at
very
the
underrated.
arms.
Very underrated.
So yeah, this is the F section, so I have all the Frankenstein titles. Remember when the government had agents that would take care of mad scientists that made giant chickens and stuff, and
Yeah.
now look what the FBI and CIA are doing.
They're giving us the avian flu, man. Wiped out all those chickens.
Yeah. Oh, we don't probably want to talk about all the things they've done. I've always loved this character here.
Yeah.
I always thought maybe I should do a painting of her.
Is she the one that was always far too important to be captured?
I don't know that she had that accent. She's in a movie called The Man Called Flintstone. It's the actual Man from Uncle. I don't remember.
have that.
Did she have a Russian accent?
Well, there was just a character that's always because she kept sending Fred out to do things that would get him, messed up, and he'd say, "But why can't you do it?" She'd say, "I'm far too important to be captured."
This is Gold Key tried to bring a few of the pulp heroes back with these magnificent covers. There's also a Doc Savage one, but this really should be a painting. These back covers that they did in the earlier part of the 60s, I think, would be real good candidates to blow up and frame. What else? Anything fantastic in here? Here's another one from that Corbin pedigree collection. It's not spelled like Richard Corbin, or I could probably tell people, oh yeah, this is one of his comics. That's how he learned to draw. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Captain Venture and the Land Beneath the Sea. Oh, let me see if I've got that Flash Gordon 40-cent variant he was talking about with the shark cover. Let's see if I even have that one. Yeah, I do recall those being in those little packs. So I guess I'm breening him. Why is this comic in backward? What the hell? All right, there's flying saucers in here for no reason. I've got to organize this shit. Oh, I'm sorry, this stuff. There's another Tony Tallarico. Although I have to kind of admire the insanity of making these heroes, these monsters into superheroes. It just I don't know.
Wasn't even a half-hearted attempt, I mean, when they put those out.
Yeah, no.
Wasn't his secret identity Dr. Acula?
I think something like that. There's James Gunn announced yesterday he's doing the Creature Commandos as a animated TV series, the Weird War guys, which apparently has been brought back lately with a different lineup, because I saw a picture illustrating the article that didn't reflect what I remember from Weird War. which was basically the kind of the universal lineup. So apparently, I don't know what goes on in modern comics, but it looked like it had that. Well, it had GI Robot in the group, and it had that weird weasel-looking character that died in the Suicide Squad movie, but then survived at the end. What
Yeah,
is
his
that?
name was Weasel. Weasel.
Oh, that makes
Yep.
sense. Yeah, he's apparently in the Creature Commandos. It looks like. Anyway, yeah, there's a big announcement yesterday from. I guess you all heard about what James Gunn's doing with the DC stuff.
Mhm.
That's probably now I got to put all that stuff back in order.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I don't have anything new because I can't. Yeah, don't have times of little bread.
Well, now we must run to the Gil Kane fan himself, Eric Breen, and we're glad Eric's here because his football team, they tried their best, but they didn't quite make it, and I'm sure he's still reliving the agony of that. In other football news, Tom Brady has announced that he's going to resign, and already Joe Biden has promised to replace him with a woman of color. So we can't wait to see that. So, all right, Eric, take it away.
Yeah, we're past football. I was watching Carolina lose another home game just now, so it's sports. All right, welcome back, Steve. Have a Breening.
Nice.
Yes. Show some random books here.
Hey, nice.
There's 381 from one of the many times Superman took over the world.
I wish he'd do that now.
Yeah. And here's one of the many ones where Clark Kent is wondering, hey, if I'm Superman, who's that? And for all the people who have asked the question, who can beat Superman? Well, there's your answer. Here's jump forward a few years. There's first issue of All Out War.
Oh, nice.
This I guess I can share it with the class. It's just
That's a good shot up those nostrils.
Yep.
Yeah, and I said it's just in case that's not enough. I mean, this has just drink it in.
We're gonna remain calm here now.
We are?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find
This is a little dangerous.
Maybe you should start singing, Eric.
You're gonna make me bring out singing Kazar, because I will.
Oh my!
If you'll give us a little Wyatt Wingfoot.
Not today.
No, sir. That's I tried, Miss Moderator.
Boy, no one bought it.
Well, look, here's some more cover greatness.
No one's joining you.
I hate you people.
It's a rough room. Huh?
It is. Maranya, time them all out. This is Spider-Man 189.
That's a great cover.
That's no Gil Kane, but
John Byrne inside there.
there's an Angel and the Ape.
Wow.
Sweet.
Did we see this one earlier?
Oh no, I think I skipped that one.
Oh, you had 32, I guess.
Yep. I jumped from 32 to 35 or 34.
103. 109.
Great cover.
I hear the host snickering. That's
At the peanut gallery here, Eric. That's
that's Rod's audience.
Oh, okay.
We need a different name for us. Here's 111.
The geriatric ward.
That's probably close enough.
Because
124.
Rod's audience is all under 20.
Is 126.
No, good grief.
Marania, Graphic Man will play the alarm if you take down the Christmas tree.
Oh man, that's so. One institution has to go to bring back another.
Wow.
So Batman 195. For all you first appearance people, this is the first appearance of Bag of Bones, later to become Dr. Phosphorus.
Oh.
Dr. Phosphorus, or was it the Flaming Skull? Or...
Here's 220.
That was a reference to the pregnant Joker storyline.
And 221.
I always love that cover.
It's 305, so we're jumping forward a few years. There's 315. $317. There's 322. And
are too desperate.
Last for this slot, for the first time in about 2 years, I found something at an Ollie's. The Golden Age Superman Volume 4.
Oh wow,
$20.
Man, that's a big book.
It is.
Pages?
I don't think it's quite 1,000, but
or 900.
About close to 800.
Okay.
But they had the first and third Silver Age Legion and a Golden Age Wonder Woman, but those were 30 for some reason. This was 20, and I'm cheap, so one was Superman.
Yes, they're coming out with the new Captain Marvel omnibus. Saw a video on it. You can get two different covers. One is the Gene Colan Marvel Superheroes. One is some Gil Kane guy. I think issue 17 on the cover. But so make sure you get the good one, of course.
Or the Gene Colan.
Nah, the Gene Colan looks really good.
And that's the one I would go with because that's the first cover.
Yeah. And it also puts in Iron Man 55 with Thanos and a few other people. So it seemed to make sense to do that. That thing has 3 forwards by Roy Thomas because that book was canceled, started up again, canceled, and so on. So
well, there's also the fact that Roy Thomas really, really likes to write forwards.
Yeah.
He wrote the one in here, just a matter of fact.
Well, Steve, do you have anything else for us?
Yeah, I got a couple things.
All right.
Figured I'd show 4 more comics, and then I'll go on to some magazines that I heard somebody mention earlier. So this is another Bob Hope number 97.
Cool.
And then a Bob Hope number 99. And then we get a 10-cent Superboy with Destructo and Lex Luthor on the cover.
Cool.
And then I really like this Brave and Bold, where they put all the old guys in the concentration type camp there.
Now, that's coming up again.
Yep.
Any day now.
All right. I picked up 10 books in a magazine series. They probably had about 30 of them. I could only afford 10 at the time. This is Vampirella number 44.
Nice.
And then Vampirella number 48. Vampirella number 49. Are these the Scooby-Doo kind of eyes here? That's what I was thinking. Vampirella number 50.
Man, I love these. I love this era.
This is a beautiful one. Vampirella number 52.
That issue is one of the first ones that I bought off the stand. And
Really?
this artist, this Spanish guy, this was like my introduction to the female form at like 12 years old or whatever. I mean, it really was.
Is that San Julian or?
Yeah. So,
Isn't it Pepe Gonzalez? Jose Gonzalez?
Yep.
All right. Vampirella number 56. That's a really cool one.
It's the first one I bought off the rack.
Vampirella number 57. Old
There's
Western type thing.
There's like a 5-hour documentary about that artist on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a killer one. Vampirella 61. Look at that.
That is not the first one I bought off the rack.
Believe it or not, he was gay, and he studied the female form so closely that he was able to draw women better than heterosexual men because he really wanted to be that. And he really was a big fan of Marilyn Monroe. He really had a tragic life. The documentary is this guy trying to piece together a documentary about him after he's died, and it's in Italian. I mean, it's in Spanish, but it's got subtitles. Look for it.
There's another nice one. This is Vampirella 64, I think. And the last Vampirella here, I get a couple more comics, and then I'll be done. Vampirella number 20. What is that, number 23?
That's a nice cover. I like that.
And then my last comics here. These are some I picked up this weekend. Somebody showed a stagecoach, Rain on the Stagecoach, right?
Oh,
Blazing West.
Those are great.
Yeah, they had some beautiful covers in this series.
Yeah.
This one I picked up for $5. I had a tape pull on the cover. This is Tim Tyler Cowboy, Standard Comics.
Oh, nice.
You use a grease pencil and color that shirt in.
That's a good idea. I like that. This is Stamps. I like this because it had a Zeppelin on the cover. And then this one I was really glad to find. This was $30. It's complete, split cover, some pieces missing off the front cover. This is Journey into Fear number 10. A beautiful damsel in distress on there. Look at that.
Yeah, that's great.
And then the last one, this is a really nice copy. This is Kirby art. This is Black Magic. Can't remember. I think it's volume 2, number 6, but I can't remember Black Magic. Seance cover.
Very cool.
That's all I got.
Nice.
Looks good. That's
Good
good,
stuff.
Steve.
I like the background you have there
Thank you.
with all the pop culture items.
Yep.
I'll show one just because of the time, but I was able to work for this at the local comic shop.
Cool.
I really like old Superboy. Basically because you're never going to see Superboy again because they don't own the rights to. Anyway, so looks like Paulo was sending me something, so we'll go to that real quick, and then maybe the captain if he still wants to hang around.
Yeah, I got some stuff.
So, a few more Italian Disneys. These are adaptations of classic movies in using Disney stories using the Disney characters. These are book collections, so hardcovers, so they have a bunch of stories inside. This is from the mini story di Paperino. So it's a focus on Donald Duck. This has a mixture of stories with Mickey and Donald. 40 years of Giovan Battista Carpi as artist. This one focuses on Duck Avenger, of course, the Donald superhero alter ego created in Italy and based in Diabolik. This is about Goofy. This has Uncle Scrooge in the number one dime. This one's as a lot of stories focusing on the number one dime and gold prospecting. This has the Phantom Blot fighting Mickey.
Ooh, that's cool.
Very good cover. Almost looks like a VCR tape cover.
Yeah.
And this one has a fairly recent addition to the Disney Italy stable, Indiana Goof. Iga Biva, he appeared first in U.S. comics, but it is the Italian the Italian creators like him a lot more. The Beagle Boys, the great score of the Beagle Boys, and this one's Super Goof.
Super People.
Yep, they call people goofy people in Italy. These are a series of sort of graphic novels featuring the Disney characters. This has the Ice Sword. The series is called the most beautiful stories Disney special, but each issue has a different theme. The Duck Dynasty, although it's the actual ducks, not the guys from that sell hunting stuff. This one has the Dragon Lords. So it's this came out fairly recently. I think around 2003 or so. Topolino Kid, so Mickey in the West. This one reprints the original Mickey newspaper strips, and this one has the Donald Duck original newspaper strips. So there's Al Taliaferro art in here. The thing is, they use the original design for the Mickey cover and a modern Donald.
Right.
Of course, the Donald from the beginning never changed his appearance much. The Mickey Wizards. This one has the pink girl, so it's devoted to some of the Duck characters. Of course, Daisy and Grandma Duck are the best known. On the left in the blue shirt, that's Brigitte McBridge, who is the Uncle Scrooge frenemy and rival, and she has the hots for Uncle Scrooge as well. And the tall duck is Uncle Scrooge's secretary. I don't actually know her name in English.
Mrs. Quackfaster, I think.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, the rest of this album series only has stories from Witch, the girls' magazine, and yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Cool.
Very cool stuff. Captain, did you ready to go?
I'm going to bed.
All right, Paulo. Take
All
care.
right, take care, Paul.
Yeah, Paulo.
See you guys later.
Have a good night.
Yeah. Yeah. Meyer Greenblatt. I get to bring him.
Hey, all right.
Nice.
Too. Oh, look at this. I have a Mr. T.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, man. And I got, oh, look at this. It must be Black History Month or something. I don't know. Black Goliath, I got 1 through 5.
Nice.
And then Black Lightning. I don't know. I must have bought these out in the store when they were going out of business, I think. They had all the comics in this big garage sale that was going on in the whole neighborhood. All the people came over there. They got this. I think they have this every year. It's a huge sale in Ravenswood, but they haven't done it since the pandemic. And that's where I got all of these. They were like a dime a piece when I bought them.
Wow.
10 cents a piece. And I went back there the next day to get more, and then I guess they got wind of it, and then they went up in the price to a quarter, and then the third day I went there, they didn't want to sell any anymore. It was weird. Let's see what I got here. What is this? I just came across these boxes that I've had them around for 5 years and didn't know where it was. So these things have been sitting here for 5 freaking years. So I gotta see what the heck's in here. I guess I must have been planning something 5 years ago, for Black History Month or something, and then all these characters are African American here. Oh, here's another Mr. T. This one's signed by Mr. T.
Oh wow! I pity the fool again. That's cool.
And then I got another one that's signed by Mr. T, and this is signed and numbered actually.
Cool. He didn't like to fly. They had to anesthetize him every time.
What else do I got here?
I guess it doesn't take long to sign Mr. and then T.
Doing time with OJ.
Excellent.
Yeah. There's a scene in here, I think, where she says, "You can try to pick me up, but..." Or a drinks, I don't know. What was it? The juice might kill you? Or something, I don't know.
Very timely.
Here's Black Jungle Action number 11.
Okay.
Another number 11. Number 10. Number 9. I got the original ones too from the 1950s from Atlas.
I think number 5 is the best cover.
There's number 7. $5. That's not what I paid for it. That must have been the whoever owned the store. That woman died, and then they took all the comics and brought it to their house, and then they had that big sale. Number 6. What did I write on the back of here? New stories begin. Oh, this is when they started the new stories in the first solo Black Panther. Number 6. Yeah, this is the one you're talking about, right? Number 5.
Yeah, great cover.
1972, I think. Number 4. Here's number 3. I don't hear nothing.
These are all great.
I hear nothing.
Oh,
There's number one.
Right?
Wow.
Fun reprints of the 50s Jungle Comics.
Yeah, and I got I think that I don't know how many issues were. I got the first 3. Tomb of Dracula number 10.
Oh wow.
That's the first Blade. These I did not get at that sale. There's another copy of that. I'm probably gonna sell one of these on eBay or something. This is a key issue, isn't it? This is the first appearance of
Yeah, Captain Marvel.
all new Captain Marvel. Yeah,
Slightly less valuable than the one you just showed 2 of.
Yeah.
there's another one. Got another one here. Oh, what did but I got this. I did. This was not part of that deal at that garage sale. I bought this at the Comic Kingdom in Chicago. It doesn't exist anymore. Of course, Joe Zarno used to run that Comic Kingdom, and he was one of the founders of the Chicago Comic Con. I got a bunch more here, but I'll save that maybe for next time.
Okay. Those all look good. Does anybody have anything else to show? I guess we'll be about done here.
I do have one. I do have one more thing.
Surely.
No, Eric. Don't call me Shirley. We all know in 1977 Marvel got the rights to Tarzan and John Carter. Well, they figured everybody knows who Tarzan is, so they figured they could just put anybody on that. But for a lesser known character like John Carter, they knew they had to bring out the greatest that they had. So they, of course, put it in the hands of Gil Kane, who gave us Barsoon nostril shots.
Wow. Amazing. Although that seemed a bit forced, don't you think?
You hire Maranya. I'm sure she's being paid in Gil Kane alarms, so I figured she had to get something out of this.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll put them all on one video and upload it, and she can watch to her heart's content. She can put it on loop.
That one was pretty good. I like that.
It was weird. So, Eric, did you really go dig that one out just on purpose, or?
No, it was.
Oh, yeah.
I'm too lazy to look for anything anymore.
You got Gil Kane here, Gil Kane there.
Everybody should.
Yeah. I'm sure he's no Tony Tallarico or whatever that guy is.
Tony Tallarico?
Yeah.
Great Tony Tallarico.
Well, to our guest, I Love Disney, I'm glad you've been able to hang in there all this time. We're almost at a 2-hour mark. we were loaded with fossils. And so,
I got a blacklight poster you want to see.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
And I see Night Tiger just couldn't stay away from you, Steve. He had to follow you here. He's been attached to your hip for about a week now, right?
Yeah. Yep. He wore me out, man. He's got a lot of energy.
Yes, Captain. Whenever you want to pull that out, go ahead. We'll be glad to take a look at it.
Well, hang on. I gotta go and get it and set it up here.
All right.
I'll just be right back.
Oh, he removed himself. I still see him, but anyway. Do you guys have anything to talk about in the meantime while we're waiting? I've been trying to get Jitterbug, Jerry the Jitterbug, on here. His calendar is full through March, so it'll be past Easter time. Probably we can get him on. So that's all I got to talk about.
Well, we really don't do well off script, do we?
Eric, who was your football team? Was it the Bengals?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope you don't think there was a conspiracy, because I see a lot of that on the internet. They get mad at that call, but he had 2 feet out, and you gotta call that.
Oh, yeah, that one, yes, but there were an unbelievable amount of things that all went against Cincinnati in that game.
Oh, well, the one where they had to replay it. What was it, 3 times?
Yeah, the holds they missed, the late hits they didn't call, the giving them another down, in the grounding on the Bengals' last drive. It was so delayed; it was almost like they had time to call down and say, "Call that." and again, like I said, it's this. I mean, I'm not going to go into conspiracies, but this gave them the first time 2 black quarterbacks face each other. The guy coaching against his old team, brothers on each team. All the subplots wrote themselves. And I'm not saying none of this had anything to do with Cincinnati. They were just there. If it had been Buffalo, Kansas City would have been a quandary, because do they want that, or do they want the do it for DeMar narrative to continue? Do I think it was fixed? No. But do I think they had some help? Yes, absolutely. And I said that's, and Kansas City shouldn't need that kind of help, because I think they're the 2 best teams in the AFC and will be for several years to come.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Let's see here.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, that is cool.
Yeah.
If I can find the damn cord. Oh.
Wow.
That's bad.
It reminds me of the state fair or something, right? I mean, that's where I would see these posters, would be at the state fair. Or at a carnival.
Oh man, it doesn't show up as good, on the screen here. Right here, it's just amazing, man. These colors are like fluorescent.
That's awesome.
I think it looks pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Oh, you should see them here, man. It's like their light. The light is like like it's on fire, but it doesn't show up over there.
Yeah, or like a head shop. That would be the only place you could buy these, at like a record store or at the fair, right?
Yeah, that's where I got my originals, but they're almost all gone except for my Conan poster from 1971.
Oh, wow.
Holy smoke. Impressive.
Oh man, it doesn't. It's not doing justice, man. You can see it, but man, right here the colors are like it's like lit up. Yeah, that's too bad. It doesn't show up that good. But,
I think it looks pretty good.
this is a reissue. It's not the original. For the 50th anniversary, I think these came out. The original came out in 72, I think.
That's awesome.
Beautiful.
And then I got one more. That's the only one I got left from my youth. From my ute.
What's a ute?
Remember that movie?
Yeah, that's why I did it. That's the only thing I can quote from it.
Boy,
2 utes.
that is
Ute's over there. What's a ute?
Yeah, Captain, if you had a robe, you could almost, be one of those Green Lantern.
One of the Guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
the bird him.
wow, look at how they light up over here. I mean, it's not really doing a good job on the screen, but I guess that's the best can be done. And this is my original, man, 1972.
Yeah.
Conan, really
Yeah.
nice, man.
Very nice.
That was my birth year.
A little bit worn, but I'm glad I still got it. I wish I still had my original Amazing Fantasy that I bought for $70 from the buyer's guy. It was like almost in very fine condition. I ended up selling that damn thing. Lousy $2,000.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Well, anyway.
Hey, Captain,
Yeah.
can you take off your ball cap?
My ball cap?
Yeah.
No, I'll be bald.
Oh, you. Yeah, I may want to use your image on something later, but oh well.
Take off my hat? I'd have to comb my hair. Hey,
All right.
this week's weather in Chicago is brought to you by Frosty. Here, let me shut this thing off.
All right, guys. Looked good.
Got a little bit of a light over there. Yeah. Hey, Gratu, those ones that you have on your wall, are those originals?
Yes. Yeah.
I wish I could see those. And
Well, I could next time I do a video with my phone, I'll do close-ups of them.
Yeah.
It's Silver Surfer, and then the one you just showed. But
yeah,
they're
that's the original.
Probably
Mine
a
is
little bigger.
copy.
And I have
Wow.
a Medusa downstairs.
Uh-oh. Is Frank or Joe?
I think this is Joe.
Yeah.
I've been making videos with these guys for 2 weeks now, and I still get them mixed up. I think I never really remembered which one was Frank and which one was Joe, even when I was a kid watching the show. So
I never watched the show. One
just
time, I
entertained
don't think.
I've played more with these dolls than any toy I've done in like 50 years. I'm telling you. These are my go-tos right now.
Very cool.
Oh, here's my print of W.C. Fields as Joe Biden.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Plastic. I got something up on Instagram too, but W.C. Fields as Joe.
A little chickadee.
Sniffy Joe.
Well, on that note, we'll pull the plug here and hope you all will be able to make it next week, same time on Wednesday. And we look forward to seeing you there. Thank you to all the people in the chat. Thank you to my guests. Thank you to Steve for sticking out with us this long.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you to Night Tiger who showed up earlier. And we will call it a night. Happy trails.
Happy trails to you. Until